Alright guys, Raging Reaper 1 back at it again for day 3 of how to play agents. Today we're going to be playing as Viper. Definitely somebody I know you're all thinking is just only good at defense. This is wrong. She's great at not only defense, but also attacking. She can split the lines of any defense as well of any attack. So we've got a Snake Bite, Poison Cloud, Toxic Screen, and Viper's ultimate, which can be the ultimate clutch play in attacking and defending, and you'll see why soon. Alright, we're going to start on the defending side, and we're going to go over to B. So say it's before round, getting ready. Which ability is this? I've got Toxic Screen. Now Toxic Screen, if you'll notice on the minimap, I've got a blue line. What that blue line is, and for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to shoot it out because I can't shoot it out again, which is noted. Once you use this ability, like right here, it's the only time you can use it per round. You only get it one time per round, but you never have to pay for it. So it's pretty nice, and it puts up a wall that basically does decaying damage when anybody comes into it. But what's nice is it's a full-on wall, and it doesn't end until your bar at the center. If you'll notice the 100 right here, that's the amount of toxin you have. So each time you hit E, when that wall is down, it's going to come up and it's going to use that toxin. Now that's one way you can put it if you're on B plant, and then you can come up here. You can also put it right here as well, or if you wanted to put the wall right there, you could put this right there, which is the Poison Cloud, and duly noted that the Poison Cloud and the screen are also going to take the same amount of toxins. So if you have this going, as you'll notice, it starts decaying. If you also have the wall going, it'll decay at double the rate. So it's good to know which side some enemies are coming from and to utilize one or the other. Occasionally you'll use both, but for the most part you use one or the other. And the cool part about Poison Cloud is you can pick it back up. It's always a good idea to pick it up before the end of the round because it is something you have to pay for. Now another way you can do it, say you don't want to do that, or you want to switch it up between rounds, you never want to be predictable in this game. You can line it up through the garage, and you'll notice it goes all the way into the garage. Now what you can do with this is once you've placed it down, you can move in quietly, obviously, in case they're pushing in the garage, and you can just duck over here and wait for them to come in. Well, the wall's right here, that's what they're going to be looking at. They won't be looking in this corner. So you can just pick off a few pretty easily right here. Wouldn't do it every round, obviously. They're going to predict. If you've done it once, they'll be looking for it the next time. You could also do it as well. You'll notice this will be the starting line. You can do it right into the corner and play the same tactic with a wall going this directional way. Now, at the same time of your Poison Cloud, you've also got Snake Bite. Now, Snake Bite is an interesting ability. Oh, hold on. You'll put it in, you'll shoot it out. Now, this one won't do decay damage. This one will do permanent damage, and it's pretty painful. Even anybody it'll hurt, even your teammates, including yourself. So it's one thing to make sure that you do not use this in the direction of somewhere your teammates need to move to flank or other reasons. Now what you can also do is say someone's coming up from the midpoint and you've got your Poison Cloud up here, you've already set it off. Now they may push through your Poison Cloud because obviously it's only going to do decay damage, it's not permanent damage. But what they won't notice is if you land your Snake Bite right outside of it, they'll walk through and then start stepping on it and take further damage. Could even kill them if the decay has possibly gotten them low enough. Nice little tactic to use. Let's see. Alright, let's move to mid. So say you're playing Viper and your teammates have got B, they've got A, and they want you to defend on midpoint. Now you could go with something simple, make a wall right here, possibly throw your cloud down out that way, smoke it off, do a little bit of the poison damage and try to pick a few off like that, and then hold behind your wall right here. Another way you can do it is this will be your starting line right here, obviously. You can get it in this direction, put the wall up, move slowly down over here, get into this cubby, and wait for him to come through the wall, or just kind of hide right there. Once your toxin runs out, just be able to pick off a few people right there. And it'd be a good idea once you put that wall to possibly just put that down so you could slowly move in, hold them off for a second, so they won't be rushing straight in once you're moving across. Now let's go grab that cloud. You could also immediately just wall off this section, or you could wall off all the way right here. Not exactly the best plays, but in the event of being unpredictable, it could work out in your favor at some points. And you could also mix and match. You could also come down here, say they're not coming from B side, and you know they're coming from A. Put your little smoke cloud right here. Get tucked off in here. Wait for them to come through, have that ready, and use some of that poison bite. Alright, let's go over to the A side. So they've got mid, they've got B defended. They want you to take over A side. A few different things you can go here. Now you could make a standard wall right here. Obviously it's pretty crazy. With Viper you can do it pretty much halfway across the map. It's one of the good things about her screen. Now you could go across this way, hold it and defend it. What's good about this wall is you'll have it up, you'll slowly push over, get over into this cubby. Now your wall will be right here, and they may push up this way. You'll be able to get some quick frags like this as well. What you could also do is throw this down there, have them basically have your wall up, and then chuck that down there, throw a little poison in, and you'll be good. What you can also do is once the round starts, could get a diagonal angle, push it like that, or try and get it this direction. So that way you could slowly move down, get closer to the enemy, get tucked away, put the screen down, and pick off some people inside of here. Now another tactic you can do could come all the way back here. Line it up all the way straight down. That way you can hide off back here while that wall's up and wait for them to come in. They'll be a little bit more skittish to push in when they know the wall's right here because they won't know how many people are going to be back here. Including if Sova's dart lands somewhere around here, it's not going to pull anything up over here. And it'll give people up in heaven the ability to pick off a few people as they're slowly trying to move through. What you could also do is line it up right here, or line it up right about here, and just wait for them to start pushing through, and sit in this little cup. Another good way is to force them to go upstairs, and put one diagonally across. That way, there's more disruption to them. You'll have a wall right here, so if anybody's up on ramps, they can start picking them off as they come through. And for any stragglers that may be pushing this way, you've got them in the cloud. And you can use some snake bite. So, yes, let's get to the ultimate. This is an interesting ability. Now, say you're defending side, someone's already planted. You don't know where the other enemies are. Say you know someone was over at B, you killed the few guys that were over here. Maybe there was two, but they were outside of the area.
Don't get in my way.
What happens here is you create an entire cloud in the full radius area. Now inside of this cloud you'll do the same decaying damage that you would with all of your other abilities besides the snake bite. Now the really cool ability about this, as you can notice, I can only see a little bit in front of me, and that's what it's going to look like to the enemy team as well. But you won't be taking damage, and once they walk in, they'll have a red outline on them. Now, you can see it from any direction in here. You'll see him even if it's right over there. Whether or not you can see that far, you'll see their red eye line. You need to start picking them off and taking them out, and then just defuse. It's a really nice ability. And once you leave it, as you see the smoke integrity, you have to be inside of it for it to be fueled. And it can last indefinitely until the end of the round as long as you're inside of it. Let's move over to the attacking side. Alright, say it's the attacking round for you, and you and your team are deciding to go A. Like I said before, this wall is really nice. What you can use is aim about this position, and you can notice on the mini-map it's going to go in a straight diagonal direction across and give you cover not only to push into this cubby and have ramps cleared off. Get inside here, let it down, pick off a few people they haven't noticed. They may be waiting for you, so it's always a good thing to possibly just try to get someone to smoke off this area, or once you're right here and your screen's up, fire that off up there while the screen's up. So you'll just notice about that angle right there, and you'll just pop it off. Pushes them back either to the left or the right. That way you can start moving forward, and you'll have your wall right here that's still up, and you'll be able to push back. You'll still get a little bit of coverage from heaven, but not enough to fully protect you. But it's just good for pushing in. Now what you could do is, once you've pushed in, also throw your gas cloud up into heaven. And as you'll notice,
Poison orb emitting.
it does a good job of completely covering that entire area.
Poison's off.
Alright. Could also shoot some snake bite up here, and possibly use some snake bite off into this little elbow corner. Say you've already planted, you know someone's going to be coming from this direction. You can just immediately pop those off, get those angles covered. Gives you a little bit more time to breathe. Alright, let's roll on. So we're going to come up and we're going to do the mid push. So I'll say your team's deciding they want to just push through mid. Now you could do this two ways technically. You could go through sewers, or you could come at it from this angle. It's not exactly the best position for Viper. It's not a great way to utilize her abilities. You can do a few things though. You could line it up this way, possibly at about this angle, goes up to that wall. What you could do with this is, say you come in, you've got two people pushing through garage. Three of you guys go behind the screen. You'll pop off one of those snake bites and slowly move through here. And it has to be slowly, because obviously, listen in on this. As soon as you make those steps, everybody up here and ramps over here knows you're moving that direction, and your whole cover is blown. Problem's going to be, even if they make noise, they're going to know you're moving into A instead of going for B, while the whole time they're trying to make that distraction, make it look like you're all pushing B. What you could also do is, say you've pushed in, you've gotten this cleared out, but you know there's somebody back in this little cubby. Just angle it perfectly right. Boom. Pushes them back. Gives you some time to breathe and make the decision whether or not you want to just go to A or push in and try to pick some people off right here. What you could also do is, say you've pushed in through mid. You're about to make it through here, but you know there were some people on A. You could hear them moving through here. Slow them down a bit. Make sure you got time to push in and plant. What you could also do is leave this right here, just in case, and as you're moving through, have that ready, along with the snake bite. What you could also do is, if you're coming in from the sewers angle, you could just drop a full-on wall going all the way up. That way you and your team could either push straight through and work up this way, or push straight through to move to garage. While you have two people working on A to possibly make a distraction, making it look like you're pushing A, but you're actually moving through here. Alright, let's talk about the B push. So say you're attacking and it's the B push. Another reason Viper's ability comes in pretty handy: when you aim up at the sky, you'll notice on the minimap, you can completely cover up that back corner. As you'll notice, that back corner can be troublesome. Sometimes, if it's later on in the rounds, enemy team's got a bit of money, there could be an op waiting for you as soon as you come through that door. What this is going to do is give you the ability to have a wall right there to where anybody that's hiding back there has to push in or won't be able to see you. That way your team can move in easily and push to play. Now, once in here, obviously check your corners, make sure there's nobody around. You're going to have this sectioned off. You can easily just move in, plant. Now, at this point, you obviously want to shoot some snake bite up to the top, slow some enemies, get a little bit of damage in. You might want to throw your smoke cloud here for anybody that's trying to flank. And you want to keep that screen wall up, because obviously that's going to give you cover to where you can either hide back here or over in this section, and anybody that's coming through garage to flank won't be able to see you. Another way you could do it is, say you came in, you know this is clear, you get a wall going across that way. Or say you're not really worried about the op, but you're worried about just getting to that little corner where you can plant the bomb. You could do it straight across if you'd like. Now, I don't know if you could get a straight line directly across heaven, but you could get it across the little walkway off to the left. If you'll notice, you'll be able to get pretty much about here going across this. That's pretty nice, because you could just pop your cloud up there or use some poison and have this whole section blocked off. So if you're in this corner and you're planting, if you've got that completely walled off, it's going to be hard for the enemy team to push in without having to directly drop down right here, which you'll also have a wall for as well, and you'll just be waiting for them. Alright guys, that's the end of our how to play Viper on split map. I will be also working on the Haven and Bind maps as well. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you would like to see me playing Viper on the daily, I'll be on Twitch at raging_reaper1. I'll see you guys in the next video.